find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a stunner. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah.
Today is June 11th, 2026. It is 1:12 a.m. So let's get started. I spent about an hour creating this list, and there's a lot of things going on. I just realized today is Thursday. I did not have any videos for about Haiti. So hopefully how fast I go with this video, I'll record something. I'm sorry about that. I thought I would have time over the weekend, but I went hiking, came back, too many things going on, and I have to be prepared for graduation that's coming up, so I'm pretty busy. So let's go on X. I have this on the list, but it's further down. It might be on video too or something. All right, so the squad have been creating those type of AI images. They are ridiculously funny. So I've been sharing some of them with you on my community board. So let's go over some of them. I have about maybe 4 of them on the list. Trooping the color, out came the wigs, the hats and the shoes, quick polish skate, with no time to lose, shoulder pads flying, stylist in a flurry, while Kate stood thinking, what all the hurry? Oh my goodness. Look at their faces pushing her to go dress. The squad. I'm telling you, the squad or something. I love your take on that rotten family. Yes. They have to realize the more they push the BS propaganda against Harry, Meghan, and their children, the more the supporters of them will push back. I have thousands in my network looking to hire AI, ML engineers, growth, whatever, chief of staff, LMK below, if that interests you. Just be careful, because these people, you are the best. I love your illustration. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The squad are liking it, loving it. Let's go to the next one. Another image. This one, I really like it. The paved road wasn't meant to be, so we chose our own path, wild and free, while others frown. We'll laugh out loud, dancing together, happy and proud. Oh my God, we walk the unpaved road, we built a life no one owns, we choose each other, and that's our throne. That's very good. Not their waltz, we choose the paved road and miss the music. Love this, thank you. Since Peter did not invite dumb, hairy, idiot squaddies be out here loving the sharing AI. You think Harry really wanted to? Please. Harry and Meghan are minding their own business. Alright, who knows? They're probably talking in the background. The other family members, the cousins, we just don't know. Alright, next to it, there's another one here. The internet, a 4-year-old didn't draw that. Everyone else, correct? She wore it. It sold out. Lilibet effect. The pearls are flying because the fact survives. Yeah. Someone corrected me somewhere, because I haven't been online that much to connect so many things that is being discussed. So someone corrected me, something that was written on Lili's shirt. Oh, could it be the B for Beyonce? That someone corrected me. I don't remember what it was. I think I responded to it or said, oh, thank you or something. Alright, may I post this on a certain Derangers page? I have a feeling I know which one, as the comment were absolutely disgusting. I love all of these. I'm packing them into thread. It's the gift that just keeps coming. The deranged keep doing it to themselves. The Sussex family keeps on winning, while the royalists just keep on looking more like fools than ever. Yeah, okay. I don't follow the derangers, the royal vats, or the royal family. I don't follow them, so I do not know what they're putting out there. So if the squad don't say anything, I would not know. But what is happening here? Okay, we have to pay attention with politics and certain things, the environment that's going on. It seems like there's something huge that's about to come out. I don't know what it is. Could have been the Epstein thing, could be anything, because they are instigating, gaslighting, hoping black people react. This is the thing that they are looking for. The Sussex squad, they want them to react in a certain way, but they're not getting it. So they keep on instigating, poking. What you see is happening, is it Ireland? Where is that? Belfast? I don't know. The over in UK. Yes, I saw the incident that rised it up, but it's much deeper than that. The way that I'm saying it's much more than that. I have some tweet, probably on video too, that will that's talking about it. I have O'Brien, and there's a young man that talks about it, the history of Protestant and Catholic and all of that. So it's further down, okay? But anyway, I'm done with this. That was this image. I have another one. Let's leave that alone. There's that one. He laughed and counted his growing pile, speaking of progress with confident smile. Behind him, a family stand out in the cold, their story of hardship too often untold. God, baggage for you, that's all. There's no comment. How long ago? 11, 10. That was yesterday. Nobody responded to that. Probably the squad didn't see it yet. There's this here. They had to get rid of her. She was washing them all. So subtle, elegant, minding her own business. Oh my goodness. All right, I love this outfit. Yeah, I love it too. It's still, it reminds me of Audrey Hepburn, the former actress. She passed. The elegance, the subtle, her timeless type of fashion. This is one of them. That's what this remind me. You could wear this. Okay, Meghan could have wore this. Let's say this fashion could have been worn in the 40s, 50s, 60s, any period of time. It looks timeless, including the hat. And this hat, it's similar to the one she wore on in black. I think she has several versions of it, different colors. I love this one. Okay, I love this outfit. Meghan was named the most intelligent and most beautiful royal. Her crime was outshining them, and they've been making her pay for it ever since. Maybe I should, okay, let me get that video, since I sort of mentioned something. Where is it? Let me pause. Since this is mentioning about the education and things like that, that video that has absolutely nothing to do with Harry and Meghan, but with the incident that's going on and around the UK and things like that, I thought I'll bring it here as well. All right, because lack of education make people destroy their own kind of thing. All right, Meghan Markle named the most intelligent British royal in new study. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the smartest royal over? That was back in 2021. Meghan Markle ranked more attractive than Kate Middleton according to Golden Ratio formula. Those headlines, they love to instigate. It's like, why do they keep on penning? Even though it's positive for Meghan, but why do these headlines keeps on instigate? They don't have to write things like this. But I'm glad it's, positive on Meghan, for Meghan, but why do they have to do that? Okay, I remember that day when KKK refused to move on front of the bishop who await the Sussexes to welcome them to Louis' baptism. Oh, so that's what it was. She kept talking on and saying nothing as usual, but then want the Sussexes to have the spotlight. The thing with her, I don't know if she ever pay attention when she's in public, things that then go accordingly and how. Okay. What I'm trying to say here is that reading that tweet, because I don't follow them to know everything about them, but there are certain things that I see that keeps on happening. It seems like she haven't learned her lesson of things of what to do and what not to do. So this tweet is saying that she kept on talking, going on and on and on. So that was before she went to the Middle East, that wedding that she went with her husband, and then I call it chap moment, where she was talking with the bride and William was waiting and he made the sound like hurry up or something like that. So it seems like this is something she does all the time. She just keep on talking, thinking that, I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking, but my God. You understand what I'm trying to say here? Where is it here? I remember that day when KKK refused to move on from the bishop who await the Sussexes to welcome them to Louis' baptism. She kept talking on and on, saying nothing as usual. This part here, talking on and on. So that reminds me of when William was telling her to hurry up when she was talking with the Middle Eastern bride. I think she's married some royal or something like that. This event was Louis' christening on July 9, 2018. We called Kate wore damn near white to Meghan's wedding, bullied her, giving her a hard time. Each Charlotte's dress. Kate had a color theme for the christening, blue. Meghan wore olive green. There's that. I love it. All right, we see you, Kate. We see the side eyes at Meghan too. As we said, the jealous are troublesome to others, but a torment to themselves. She was already successful, multimillionaire, already a speaker at UN. How many derangers have done that? Meghan had a vision for her future. She created bonus, was meeting Harry. Both devoted to service, undeniable self-motivation and energy. Mumbles ever going to speak at UN? Poof. Let's see. Can we see? Okay, I thought I was gonna see. What's her name? Kate. Alright, so the part that says something about Meghan Markle named the most intelligent British royal in new study. So I'm bringing this. This has nothing to do with the Sussexes. Alright, this has to do with whatever's going on in the UK. For anyone unaware of the Belfast riot, thinking this is an Irish revolution, then watch this young lad break it all down. No, the rioters are loyalists equal loyal to the UK, Republican equal Irish. These rioters will be burning our flag Irish in a few weeks. All right, so let's listen to this. I just want to share that with you because I watched part of it already. There's some part where he says something about education. That's why I'm bringing it.
While buses and houses were burnt out in Belfast this week, you might have noticed a lack of Irish tricolours. Some nationalists no doubt took part, but there's been a clear difference between loyalist and Republican communities in the city. For most of Belfast's history, working class Protestants were largely guaranteed jobs in shipbuilding and manufacturing, which were passed down through generations when an education wasn't a priority. A connection to Britain was maintained through the trade unions and the highs and lows they experienced together across the UK. Once these industries began to collapse in the 50s and 60s, however, it looked as though a focus on education might emerge. But the outbreak of the Troubles and the violent response to internment without trial in 1871 saw loyalist paramilitaries take over and control Protestant working class areas of the city. Role models for young kids became drug dealers and men with guns in place of church leaders and teachers. Any form of social, cultural or educational progress stalled, which is one of the reasons why modern day unionism in Belfast is sometimes compared to a frozen version of 1950s Britain. Today, Catholic girls rank top for educational achievement in the north of Ireland, while Protestant boys rank last. The industries which once guaranteed jobs are long gone, but under the watch of paramilitaries, the culture of not valuing education has remained. These areas have been categorized categorised as sink estates, defined by unemployment, lack of aspiration, poverty, and the breakdown of the family as a unit. The sense of a shared working class Britishness, which was upheld by the trade unions, has been replaced by a shared hatred for minorities. Their presence in these areas is a result of a shrinking local population, but they aren't its cause. Instead of pointing out this history and trying to pull their communities out of the cycle, unionist politicians have reinforced it, because the fear of the other is what guarantees votes and a place in government under the Good Friday Agreement. The violence within certain communities in Belfast this week is a reflection of decades of deceitful politicians and paramilitaries who've directed the blame for their situation on immigrants instead of themselves.
Alright, so I thought I shared that with you. That's it. Next week. Alright, so this is the shirt here. Lilibet Sussex Effect. Lilibet Sussex Effect. The t-shirt posted by Mama has sold out. The princess is taking after her mama. There's the heart here. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I think it was this when I was reading. B is for Beyonce. What did I say in that original recording where the squaddy how do you call this, corrected me? Okay, $48. B is for Beyonce Youth Tea, inspired by her family's deep love of art and music. This Beyonce portrait was drawn by 10-year-old Pearl. Okay, so they tell you who drawn it. Why was I reading somewhere this? Was it from that image? They say it's, I don't know. These people, they say anything anyway. All right, so it wasn't drawn by Lili. Okay, it's a 10-year-old. Lili is what? 5. So this was drawn by a 10-year-old. She has an innate ability to capture the spirit of some of her family's favorite and most inspiring. Everything sold out. Wow. Okay. Horrid t-shirt. Any parents appreciate their child's drawings. That's why most of us have previously had those drawings on the fridge and everywhere around the house. Get a life, you sound pathetic. That's for sure. A house that have kids and family, life, things like that, you will see kids' drawings everywhere. Oh my God, my living room, when my kids were much younger, my living room was full of stuff, educational stuff, numbers, colors, the map of the world. My youngest, I don't know if he still knows them. He knows the states, and I don't know if he still knows this as well because he was teaching me. Capital of each state and some countries as well. All right, who bought this? Get a Nike t-shirt. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go to the next tweet. This is the miserable life these people have. Oh my God. And then the system is feeding them nonsense to display their stupidity. Okay, L is for Lili, L is for Lillibet, bright as can be, with music and laughter, as sweet as the sea, surrounded by peonies, butterflies too, a little star shining, and all that she'll do. That is nice. There's that. There's this, cute, favorite accepted. All right, let's go to the next one. Harry and Meghan. Okay, so there's that. My favorite pic from Meghan Sussex' new Instagram post. I love that after hiking and sweating together, they took a break for a tender moment. Still so in love. Yeah, what was it? This past weekend, my husband and I went hiking. The kids didn't come with us, so now they're old enough they could stay in the house. We actually called them video. Called them when we were on top. That picture that I share on my community board. Oh, I didn't post this. Where is it? Nope, not that. This. Oh, not that as well. Small. Oh my God, I didn't know I post all of this. Oh, there it is here. Wow, nope, not at this moment. This was like halfway of the hike and there was a little scenery. We stopped by and take some pictures and some selfies. It was at this point. It's a different level here. This was at the top. While I was sitting, taking pictures over here, and then my husband was somewhere down there. And then when he came back, I was talking to him about it. And yeah, we had a little reflection. And I think this was the first time I told him, I don't know, while I was sitting there and I thought, wow, we got a family and things like that. And I told him thank you for having the family with me, and he said the same thing to me. And we kissed, we sat for a little while, drank water, and then we went back down. Yeah, those moments, I think we need to say to our partners once in a while. Okay, I did share it with you the moment that I was there 3 days ago. All right, so back to this. So this is what that remind me. There's this from 2017 to 2026, still sweating and sharing tender moment together. All right, the 2017 courtship, private vacation on March 31st, 2017, a little over half a year after they began dating. The couple was photographed embracing outdoors on a trip. Yeah. Oh, they did one for Archie. I didn't see that one. A is for Archie. A is for Archie, clever and bright, full of fun and pure delight. Football, dinos, paint and play, making memories every day. That is so nice. I was looking at my list. The next one, maybe I'll start a new video. I'm done with this, okay? And I just added Archie part on the list. People are still talking about that. I already covered it. All right, so what is that? Food for thought. Meghan love for food. Have never wavered, and people close to her knows it. Image from Meghan's old Instagram. So I'm done with this. The next tweet that I have, I think that should be on Team Sussex. All right, so I'll be covering this on Team Sussex. So I'm done with this video. So let's do a prayer. The prayer that I say is prayer for presence, to be in the moment. All right, a prayer of presence is a meditative practice that shifts the focus of prayer from asking God for things to simply being with God. Okay, it is about quieting the mind, releasing anxiety about the past or future, and anchoring our awareness in the divine right here and now. Okay, so like I was just saying a few moments ago, when I went hiking with my husband, in the moment, this is what nature sometimes bring you. When you're in the moment, it makes you reflect on life. So that moment when I was on top of the mountain, that's what came to me. And then and I shared with my husband, and he was in the presence as well. I mean, he was joking. If you heard all those silly stuff he was saying, it's just ridiculous. But I didn't share that. That's right. I did the video. I did share the video. Now, when I first put it out, I put it for my members only. Then I was like, you know what? I didn't say anything that much, so I made it public for one day, and it's back to my members only. Okay? So, yeah. Let's read. Is there any prayer? How to practice? Core element. Okay, so let's go to image and pick one. Let's do this one. Ooh, okay, I think I could see it. Lord, I want my hand to hold steady to the plow, moving forward with eyes focused on you, plowing the fields, planting the seeds, and reaping the harvest for your glory. Amen. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I'm going to put it over here on PYTE. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching. Look at the amount, $39. It's not moving one bit. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.